St. Mary's. Before I get started, any questions, comments, or concerns? Is this your first time on campus? Perfect. So, St. Mary's, we are Catholic. We are also Lasallian here at St. Mary's. Does anybody know what Lasallian means or what it is? What is it? I guess I'll speak then. So St. Mary's is a LaSalle institution. We trace our roots back to St. John Baptist de La Salle, who was a French priest in the 18th century. His main role was to bring education to all. So from there, the Christian Brothers were born, and we currently have around 35 to 40 Christian Brothers integrated within our campus. They teach everything from biology to mathematics to engineering to theology and to chemistry. So they're very well integrated into our campus here at St. Mary's. One of my best experiences as a student was that my first year I actually had a resident advisor that was a Christian brother. Every single day he would make food for us, so I wouldn't have to go to our dining hall to eat. And it was really good food, and he would really care about us and really spend time with us as students. So that's just part of how our Christian brothers are really integrated into our campus. Here at St. Mary's, my favorite brother is a brother called Brother Camilo Chavez. He actually holds a meditation course where he actually allows you to sleep in this class, which is very, very interesting because once you're in college, sleep is important. Trust me. So it's very interesting how that course counts towards your graduation. It's taught by a brother, so it's a course where you can actually sleep. It's very interesting. Any questions about LaSalle? Comments or concerns? Also, I know you're from Barcelona, correct? Madrid es mejor. Just saying. No, you hate me. No, calmados. Yo estudié un año en Madrid, por eso le voy a Madrid. Pero también me gusta Sevilla. Anyways, so as I was saying, here at St. Mary's, we are a Catholic institution. As such, you are required to take 2 theological courses here at St. Mary's. The first will be on the Bible and its interpretation. In this class, the Bible will be taken as a great book, so you'll be placing it along the lines of Aristotle, Plato, Socrates. What you're going to be doing in this class is you will be analyzing what is the Bible? What does the Bible contain? Why is it written in a certain way? Why were the Jews enslaved? You'll be asking philosophical questions from a Catholic point of view in this class. The second course, you actually have the option of choosing what you want to take. So, you can take courses in Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, and I also believe that this year we added atheism to the course load. So you have the opportunity of choosing what you actually want to take here at St. Mary's. Those are the only 2 theological courses required for our students. Our students usually take it first year and second year here at St. Mary's. Any questions about our theological studies? This is your time, so feel free to ask questions if you have any. Yes? No? Perfect. The third is what we call seminar here at St. Mary's. So seminar here at St. Mary's is a very interesting program. Is anybody familiar with the Socratic method of teaching? Good. So the Socratic method of teaching pretty much is, here at St. Mary's you will be sitting at a round table, so exactly like the tables you are sitting at. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be discussing great texts. So you will start with Aristotle, Plato, Socrates. You'll move up to more modern texts such as Nietzsche, Sigmund Freud, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. And the whole point of this class is we want to make sure that you are developing 2 critical areas: your written skills and your oral participation skills. So in this class, you will not be tested. You will be graded upon 2 formats: oral participation and written participation. What do I mean by that? So, in oral participation, what we're looking for in a seminar class is quality over quantity. Let me explain myself. I took seminar my sophomore year here at St. Mary's. I spoke 10 times every single class. I really thought I was going to get a good grade. I ended up getting an 80. I was disappointed. It was my first 80 here at St. Mary's. I talked to the professor and she sat me down and she smiled and she said, "Well, I appreciate the fact that you're speaking 10 times every single class. What you bring to the table doesn't really add to the value to the discussion." So I sat there like, wow, geez. But she also smiled at me and she sat me down and she said, What I'm looking for in a seminar class is what ideas do you bring to the table that add to the overall discussion? Maybe you're the student that takes the discussion in a different route. Maybe you're the student that takes the discussion in a route nobody wanted to talk about. Or maybe you add another layer of context to the overall discussion. That's what we're looking for in oral participation in a seminar class. What ideas do you bring to the table that really enhance the ideas that are already present there? You may have noticed I also said written skills. So, in this class, you will be expected to write essays. The average length of an essay here at St. Mary's for Seminar is around 5 to 6 pages, around 6 to 7 essays per seminar class. This is your opportunity as a student to really have a one-on-one with the text that you're reading. So you will be expected to write a thesis in this class. We have a writing center here at St. Mary's where they will actually help you write a thesis statement. They'll even help you get points from the text to reinforce your thesis. This is your opportunity to really have a more one-on-one individual style with the text. You will be expected to take a seminar for the 4 years that you attend St. Mary's, so once every year, and you have the option of taking it either fall or spring semesters here at St. Mary's. All right? Any questions about Janter? Excuse me, seminar? Sorry about that. Perfect. So sports. ¿A quién le gusta el fútbol? ¿Todos le van al Barcelona? Casi. ¿Cuáles otros equipos le van? ¿Hay de Getafe? Aquí en la Universidad de St. Mary's, nosotros somos División 1 en fútbol, o sea, somos lo máximo en el fútbol. El año pasado, nuestro equipo de fútbol era el número 3 en el país de los Estados Unidos a nivel de colegio. Entonces, nuestro nivel de fútbol es bien. Es mejor, yo digo, que UC Berkeley. No sé qué. With that being said, yes, we are Division 1 in all our men's and women's sports here at St. Mary's. Our #1 sport here at St. Mary's is basketball. We pride ourselves on our basketball team. Our biggest rivals are Gonzaga. We're very proud of our basketball team this year. They actually went to the March Madness, which is a basketball tournament that is held within the United States with other Division 1 college basketball teams. So we're very, very proud of our basketball team here at St. Mary's. Again, as I mentioned, our soccer team was also very, very strong. Last year, I believe we were 3rd in the nation overall for soccer. And we are Division 1 in men's and women's sports. So keep that in mind. All right? In addition, you will have the opportunity of living on campus. So, your first year, you will be required to live on campus. We have the option of single, doubles, and triple rooms here at St. Mary's. Singles being alone, doubles being with another person, and triples being with 3 people in your rooms. We also have co-ed and separate housing accommodations for our students. So you have the option of living with co-ed, males and females, or separate, just males and just females here at St. Mary's. You will be housed directly in the heart of campus, so everything will be close to you here at St. Mary's. And you have the option of choosing singles, doubles, or triples your first year of whether you want to live. All right? Perfect. So applying to St. Mary's. This is taken from an international perspective, so it might be different for your group, but you need a couple of things. First of all, you must apply through the Common Application. We are a Common Application school, and pretty much the Common Application is an online application where most private school institutions you apply to. So this is a place or an online application that you apply to for St. Mary's. That's the first. We also ask for a personal statement. The personal statement is your opportunity to really go in depth about who you are as a person. Here at St. Mary's, you matter to us. Who are you? We want to know, what are you interested in? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? Who do you want to be? What are you interested in studying? We want to know more about you as a person and as a student. You matter to us. In addition, you must apply with 1 academic letter of recommendation. So you must apply with 1 letter of recommendation. And this is usually from a professor or a teacher that you really had a great class with. Please ask them for a letter of recommendation. You never know what they might write, and we want to know what they say about you as students and how you're evolving in the classroom with your peers. In addition, you also have to apply with an English proficiency exam. So we take the TOEFL, the IELTS, we also take the MATLAB and ELS 1112 course as well. In addition, you can also take the SAT or ACT, but as international students, you are not required to take that test. Right? So you have other options of seeing what tests you can take to be eligible for admissions to St. Mary's. All right? Any questions? Perfect. Let's get into Jan Term. So Jan Term here at St. Mary's. Jan Term is a course where you'll be taking one course for 4 days a week on topics such as Harry Potter, Breaking Bad, Star Wars and theology. You can go to the Galapagos Islands in Ecuador. You can go to Mexico. You can go to Italy and do wine tasting. Then again, you guys are from Europe, so you already, have anyone gone to Italy before? How is it? Exactly. You can do wine tasting in Italy. It was actually really great. I did wine tasting in Italy, and I really just thought we were going to do wine tasting. Turns out I learned a lot more about Italian culture than about wine. So it was a very interesting course here at St. Mary's. How Jan Term works. So it's only for the month of January here at St. Mary's. Just a little breakdown on how our semester system works here. Our semester system usually starts around mid-August, goes all the way up to the first or second week of December. We have a holiday break. We have Jan Term that usually starts around the second or third day of January and goes all the way up to the end of January. You have an additional week of break, and then our spring semester usually starts the second or third week of February, all the way up to the mid-May to the end of May. So we're on a semester system here at St. Mary's. The beauty about Jan Term is that even though you're taking a Star Wars course like I was, you're still on track to graduate. So Jan Term is designed for our students to really have fun and explore courses that really interest them. I took a Star Wars course because I'm a big Star Wars fan. They took us down to Skywalker Ranch where they finished making the movies for Star Wars. I met George Lucas, and they opened up the vault, and I took home a 1977 lightsaber from the original movies, which is insane when you think about how important and valuable that is. And that's just an opportunity that we have for our students. I believe last year, our students were actually taken to the premiere of The Last Jedi, where they actually got signatures from the cast and crew of the movie. I wish I could go, but I was working. But that's just an opportunity that you have here at St. Mary's during Jan Term. And again, Jan Term is designed for our students to really have fun and explore courses that really interest them. You must take Jan Term for the 4 years that you attend St. Mary's, so once every January term. And that's Jan Term in a nutshell. Any questions before I get into the fun stuff such as financial aid? Perfect. So here at St. Mary's we have our merit-based scholarships. Our merit-based scholarships range from around $6,000 all the way up to $25,000. They are good for the 4 years that you attend St. Mary's. The only thing you need to do in order to maintain your merit-based scholarship is have a GPA of 2.0 or higher and be enrolled full-time as a student. Full-time at St. Mary's are 4 classes. So as long as you maintain those that GPA and those class numbers, you will be in good academic standing to receive your merit-based scholarship every single year, guaranteed. The way that we determine your merit-based scholarship here at St. Mary's are upon 2 things: your high school transcripts and your English proficiency exams. But we emphasize more on your high school transcripts than your English proficiency when it comes to defining your merit-based scholarship. So, when I go through, or when I read an international student, I always go towards their grades. What are their highest performing academics? That's what matters to me when it comes to a merit-based scholarship. Right? Questions, comments, concerns? Perfect. Natalie, do you have anything you want to add? Natalie is the coordinator who actually coordinated your group tour and your campus visit, so round of applause to Natalie. Thank you so much. And that's it. Enjoy your campus tour. Thank you for listening to me.
Larry, can I ask you a question? In fact, I'm going to call you DJ Larry, I think, from now on. You look like you're on the mixing desk.
I am.
It was Chris earlier. I said, DJ. Really? When the sports students today, so Chris and I run the sports program at this age, so we'll be in those activities. So they finish their campus tour at 11:30.
Yeah, she's going to be there at 12:45. Starting 12.
So you want me to do what we did before, like grab do what? I said, would you tip nice? Okay, perfect. So that's
Yeah, I was trying to. I wanted it to be a little bit less.
No, I mean, it's really good the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, but just check.
Just got to keep them off the phones. They didn't like their behavior. Yeah. Well, I know how.
We'll work on it.
I know how.
That's where the smaller group as well is easier to
Yeah, it's
they're all boys.
I'm just.
They're all boys. My class is boys.
Oh, yeah.
When we have exchange students come to us, and they join Christmas classes, there are girls, which is brilliant. And next year, we have 2 girls. In the first year, we'll be second years.
They start to behave. No, I teach finance classes, and one semester I had all the boys, and it was like, you guys can't do this. And then we started having some women in the class that changed everything. We tried to behave.
Yeah, I find it worse in spring.